Hi there. Before I get into today's visioning practice, I'd like to chat a little bit about how our holistic system and manifesting or visioning work together. If you'd like to skip ahead to the visioning, I'm going to put the timestamp of about when it starts below so you can do that. I often talk about our mind body spirit system. Today I'm thinking about it in the five body system as presented by Dr. Amit Goswami in the Quantum Doctor. So the five body system still incorporates those three things but adds in two more, right? Um, so we have our physical body, our subtle body, which is comprised of our emotions, our mental body, which is, as you can imagine, our thoughts, our supramental body. And that's the level at which we kind of get the blueprint for who we are. It's where we exist in perfect form. And it's the level where we find archetypes. So things like beauty, truth, joy, evil, right? Anything that has an overarching meaning that kind of is comprised of multiple facets that create a feeling tone. And then we have the God body, or the place where we connect to Buddha, where we connect to everything that exists. And as I'm thinking about that, I'm thinking about the word Maya, which is a word that means the illusion of approximating this discussion of Buddha, right? Like, we can only get so close when we're talking about the all that is everything, when we're because it's such an infinite concept. It has infinite feeling tones. And so we can approximate it, we can communicate about it, but we can never encompass the whole of it in just one idea. It takes more than that, and so we're always approaching it from all angles. In order to manifest or envision, bring something into being by visioning, it's necessary to be present with all of those aspects of the body system. We need to have the physical experience of it, which is why we want to imagine it and get really present with what the physical reality is and our emotional reality, that subtle energy, the subtle body that exists around our physical body, and how we think about it, right? It's not just our words have a ton of power. I love the Four Agreements, which is why I teach it so often. And one of the things that always sticks with me is Don Miguel's presentation of the Toltec perspective, that our words are magic. And they are. They create, and it's also our internal words. It's how we think and the repetitive thought patterns, as well as what we speak. And then the supramental, because we have these archetypes as we understand them that we're constantly exchanging with, right? My concept of joy, your concept of joy are going to be a little bit different, but they both approach that overarching concept of joy. And hopefully, as we communicate, we meet somewhere in there. And then we can step into the realization of Buddha, or in all of existence, the potential, the quantum potential of everything, that it becomes realized into the blueprint, and then into the mind becomes the idea, into the emotional feeling, and then into the physical. When we're visioning and manifesting, the more completely we can integrate all of those sensations, all of those aspects of self, the more quickly we can step into the realized physical in the 3D that we're really craving. So I want you to keep that just in your consciousness as you practice these visualizations. And I love creating this series. It supports me in feeling like I'm offering a way for all of us to work together to step towards the world we want to exist in. At the very least, I'm walking towards that world. And today I'm going to offer a visioning of peace and existing in a world that is just completely part of peace. And when you're practicing in the practices that I'm offering, in someone else's practices, or on your own, the more you can, again, bring in all of these levels of quality, physical, emotional, mental, archetypal, so that generalized, bigger idea of it, and then Buddha, feeling that connection to all on that vein of the archetype, right? The more quickly it exists, the more quickly the wave of potentia collapses into matter. So go ahead and find the position that feels right for you right now. And as you find that position, begin to settle into following your breath as it moves in its natural rhythm in and out. Close your eyes if they're not already closed, knowing that if you want to, you'll be able to open them at any moment and close them when you're ready again. Invite your breathing to deepen and to slow, and allow your body to decide what that means. Simply practicing, inviting, and allowing. Imagine that it is a beautiful morning and you are just waking up. You look outside your window and you see that the sun is shining. The temperature feels very comfortable. You hear birds singing. You open your window and you hear laughter from the distance. You smell something beautiful and fragrant drifting on the wind toward you. You begin to head into your daily routine, just enjoying this feeling of beauty, peace, and quiet, with gentle sounds, a quiet of the mind rather than a quiet of the space. After you've moved through whatever self-care you do in the morning, whether that's taking a shower, brushing your teeth, brushing your hair, getting dressed, and you decide to look at whatever news it is you digest, whether that's online or on the TV, in the paper. you. And as you begin to shift your attention, you're pleased to hear that world peace has been achieved. The leaders of every community worldwide have banded together to make progress on climate change, to support the health and well-being of the planet, to work together in concert. Another news story comes on, and you hear about people who are saving animals, tending to other animals that they found who were injured. Another story about people caring for land, creating ecostructures that function as a whole. And you switch news channels, just like a little incredulous that everything is so peaceful, just wanting to check. And again, you hear about this world peace. And all of these people working together, leaders and individuals, to tend to the earth, to tend to other animals, to tend to self-improvement, to work together with communities. Story after story of successful, beautiful, peaceful engagement. You go outside and you see neighbors working together in each other's yards with that same peaceful feeling, tending to the earth, considering these principles of one ecostructure, one being that we're all a part of. You hear people laughing and smiling. And you walk down the road and you see other neighbors. Some you know, some you don't, as you get further away. Engaging in peaceful and joyful exchanges, helping each other tend to their homes, tend to the land around their homes, putting out water and food for wildlife, tending to the soil or plants on their porches. And you go through your entire day, noticing, continuing to notice just these peaceful, calm interactions between people. How everyone is holding extra space for each other. Opening doors, calmly and generously exchanging. Considering the wildlife around them with gentleness, tending to the earth, At the end of your day, you feel satisfied and relaxed in a way that you never have before. Layers of tension that you didn't even know you were carrying have melted away because your day was filled with so much peace and beauty. And so you sink into this feeling of beautiful gratitude as you fall asleep. You move a bit into the future. About a month later, you wake up in the morning with a smile on your face. Now you turn on the news. People are singing and rejoicing. You hear stories of all of the good that has been accomplished in the last month. Profound changes across the globe as humanity has worked together hand in hand to create this beautiful shift into worldwide peace, tending the earth as a garden, tending it together. You don't know if it's your imagination, but the air, as it drifts in through your windows, smells fresher, cleaner. Your breath comes easier. And you just notice how much more relaxed you feel as opposed to a month ago. How your brain has let go of so many worries. And your system, your physical system has even dropped some weight because the hormones that were holding the weight on your body have relaxed and eased. And without that stress, your metabolism has rebalanced itself. If previously it was keeping you from gaining weight, you have gained a little. Your body is just simply happier and returning to a profound sense of homeostasis that you hadn't experienced in a very long time. You go outside and you see a sight that's beginning to become familiar, of neighbors working together, tending to land, wildlife being more relaxed, simply walking through. And again, you go through your day, just enjoying this feeling that is beginning to be familiar. People working together, supporting each other, stopping to provide assistance when someone obviously needs it, whether that's holding a door or pausing to talk to someone who is unhoused, and see what resources you might know of for them. Everyone's shoulders are more relaxed, more even. The world just feels calmer. You go through the rest of your day and return home feeling so peaceful, so grateful that the world is changing in such a profound way. And you fall asleep and rest easily, And wake up feeling restored. And this is the rhythm of your life now. Beauty, peace, joy. You continue experiencing this daily wonder of the air continuing to clear, humans tending to the earth together, all feelings of competition simply washing away and disappearing as people recognize that we can all simply work together. It's about a year later, and you wake up and you're used to now this feeling of joy as you awaken to go and greet your day. Your work life has shifted. Work weeks have become shorter because corporations have recognized that people are actually more productive with time off. There's plenty of food for everyone. You turn on the news, and then you hear of celebratory breakfasts and banquets, people harvesting from mutual gardens that exist within communities and neighborhoods, cities, green living walls being installed on yet more buildings, continuing to improve the air. You hear about another ocean recovery project, about the coral reefs growing. There's another meeting for the community leaders, the global leaders who are working together in concert to continue establishing a future that is improving always, in all ways. Improving for wildlife, for humanity, for the globe itself. This consideration of the world as one functioning ecostructure and organism working together is now common conversation. And you smile, simply pleased in mind, emotion, and body to be a part of this world, to be contributing in all of the ways you have found that feel right for you to contribute over the past year. You stretch, loving the feeling of your physical form, existing without stress in this new homeostasis that you've found over the past year, feeling so happy with your body, so happy knowing that your loved ones are cared for by their communities, by each other. So joyful that all of life as we know it is supported. And you head into work. You enjoy a delicious snack at work that is healthy, that was raised from the organic gardens, that the office has installed for people to tend to together during breaks, for meetings to occur in. Your workplace culture has completely changed. Now there is always enough time for your projects. There is never a feeling of being pressured or feeling rushed. The studies on therapeutic spaces have improved your office space infinitely. You look forward to your time in the garden each week as you tend to the food that is provided for everyone for meals. Enjoying working with your coworkers as a community and loving how that ripples into the work that you share and accomplish together. You laugh at the water cooler with coworkers, thinking about the way things used to be and how grateful you all are that humanity has made this incredible shift. And that life feels so peaceful and joyful. You chat about the self-care projects that you're all pursuing, the latest massage or yoga class that you went to, your most recent meditation practice, sharing in the joy and knowledge that each of you possesses, treasuring each other for the different perspectives that you bring and offer. And go through the rest of your workday. And as you head home, you pass one of the small micro farms that are now common, where people are raising local food in gardens and happy animals who get to wander. How neighborhoods have accommodated both of these things in the way that works perfectly for them. Where animals are being raised with love, where they are allowed to live lives, where nourishment that humans are taking in through their body brings them blessings on every level, for humanity is treating the earth as a beloved aspect of life and recognizing all of the parts create the whole together. As you reach home, begin to get ready to gather with friends and think about your evening heading toward bed eventually. You are just so grateful. Grateful that the world has become one awareness, recognizing itself in all things, that you get to be a part of such peaceful beauty. That war is a thing of the past. That people greet each other as people, regardless of their backgrounds, abilities, understandings. That the most important thing of life has become existing in joy, beauty, and peace, and that there is an understanding that to grow those things, we must approach all of it and each other with kindness. You begin to return your attention to the now, to this moment where you are breathing and experiencing the feelings in mind, body, spirit, and supramental body as you connect to this image of the wholeness that can be. And you know innately that this vision is possible, that we can move toward it, and that you are able to contribute to this movement toward this beauty and peace at any moment by simply turning your attention to these feelings, to this experience. By showing up with kindness, by returning to this practice, or by creating your own practice where you imagine the experience of the world that you desire to be in. And since you know that you can always return here, you find it easy to relax back into your present moment, following your breath as it moves in its natural rhythm in and out. Begin to shift in your seat, to gently sway. And as you're ready, open your eyes, looking all the way around yourself to reorient in your space. Thank you for joining me for this practice. I love me. I love you. I love us. I'll see you soon.